Hey everyone, welcome to today's restaurant show, and we have got not just some great eating, we've got a lot of learning ahead. I'm so excited. The chefs are coming in. We have the chef from Salty Dog and the Wreck, Herb Britton. He's going to show us how to make some wonderful stuffed flounder. And then we're going to head over to Beaufort. We're going to meet with Southern Graces, Chef Beth and Chef Chris, and they're going to show us how to make some of their signature items off their brunch at the Beaufort Inn. Can't wait to see that. And then we're going to finish up actually with Chef Paul Donatello from Panini's on the Water, and he's going to show us an easy and really delicious way to make linguinis and clams. So please stay tuned for a lot of great learning and a lot of great eating ahead. Hi everyone, welcome to the restaurant show, and we are starting things off right today. We have Chef Herb Britton from the Salty Dog, the Wreck. I mean, you're the whole kit and caboodle down there, right?
That's the rumor. That's the rumor.
That's what they put on your shirt, right?
Right.
But today, I mean, let's reiterate what's going on down there, because it is fall. It's a different time of year, guys. We all know that down here in the Low Country. Tell us what's open and when. I know. First, let's go Salty Dog.
Gotcha. Salty Dog is open for lunch and dinner.
Okay.
We've basically got the same hours.
Okay. Okay.
What is a little different is the Wreck of the Salty Dog's closed for lunch. So we have all the restaurants open, but
Gotcha.
The Wreck and Land's End Tavern are open for lunch, and the Wreck is specifically dinner.
Dinner, and that's what we're going to talk about today, because you actually have the regular menu, but you also have a prefix menu.
Yes, we do.
Wonderful, and I'm guessing this is probably one of your top sellers here.
It definitely is.
All right, what are we making today, Chef?
We're going to be doing the baked stuffed flounder.
And that's what this is right here. Okay.
It is. And what we do is ours is stuffed with our same crab cake recipe.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I want to just pull this over here while you're working it. That is gorgeous. I mean, look at the lump of crabs there.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
This is something that's so easy to do at home, but it sounds so complicated. People are kind of scared to do a stuffed something and this and that.
I agree.
But it comes out really well.
And now this is just a good old piece of flounder that
Yes, ma'am.
already has bone out, skinned. It's easy. This is a fillet.
Absolutely.
I guess.
Fillet, skin offs, bones are removed.
Right.
Everything.
Okay.
So what I like to do is I like to have a little base for the crab cake. So what I'll do is I'll take the back tail part off of the flounder, and then that'll be kind of like my starting point.
Okay.
And then I'll get the crab cake and kind of mold it on there.
Oh, okay. So
just like that.
You're using the smaller that you just cut off just for the base of it.
Because you don't want something too thick on the
Right.
bottom.
Right. Okay.
So then with the top of the flounder is I'll just make an incision right here, just like that, and then I'll wrap that right over the flounder.
Oh.
And as I'm doing this, I'll put it right onto a little sheet tray or a baking pan.
I love it. That was so easy.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, and people don't understand how easy that is.
Break it apart one more time. Let's just show them really quick. So there is the end piece that you
the
just
end
cut
piece
off.
coming off there.
Okay, easy.
And then our crab cake
And
recipe.
whatever stuffing it is. It
Right.
might not be crab cake.
Absolutely.
I mean,
down south, a cornbread stuffing,
yes.
shrimp.
If you're lucky,
whatever
it's
you
crab
like.
cake.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
If you go to the Wreck, it's going to be crab cake. But
Right.
if you're at home, you could do it with whatever the stuffing is that you want,
Absolutely.
right? Okay. Or what's affordable for you at home if you want to try something different.
And then I just like to have, so you see the stuffing.
I love it.
Plus it helps it cook a little bit more
That's
evenly
great.
too.
Yes, and that's another reason why you want the thinner piece on the bottom.
Right, exactly.
So this will cook. It'll
Exactly.
be better cooked. Excellent, excellent. Would you also suggest that whatever you are putting as your stuffing, that it is already cooked? It's something that's already.
You know what? It definitely saves on time and just knowing
safety that it's
exactly.
cooked. Okay,
that's
good.
for sure.
Good tip. Good tip.
Yep.
Okay, so now what are we doing with
Now
it?
this is
'Cause I know
some,
that's not it, because I know there's a lot more that goes into it at the Wreck.
We take our croutons and we grind our croutons up to make
yummy.
like a little, just a little breading, and I'll
nice
sprinkle
crunch.
Sprinkle that on there. Give it like a little bit of a layer. You don't want it too heavy.
Too heavy. I like that crunch to it though.
And I'll always just a little salt and pepper.
Okay, good deal.
And then I have Old Bay.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I like to sprinkle the top with Old Bay like that.
I find that a lot of people, Old Bay is just a great seasoning to use when you're working with seafood. Whether you're steaming,
Definitely.
whether you're boiling, whether you're boiling, it's just a nice seasoning to have.
It definitely gives a good flavor.
And it's easily accessible too. So.
And so at this point, I would top it with like a couple 2 pats of butter.
Yeah.
Put it in the oven at 350 and about
if you want.
say 8 to 10 minutes.
Right, and then ta-da, TV land. I'm going to put this over here. Oh, that looks delicious.
And so here it is cooked.
Right.
And to plate, what I would do
That's a so now tell me a little bit about what comes with your prefix.
With our prefix menu, you get to choose from a super salad.
Okay.
Our entrees, which we'll have a list of 5 entrees.
Okay.
And then we have desserts, our key lime pie, our peanut butter pie, and we're doing a Bailey's creme brulee. That sounds
incredible. So good. So you get all of that. Okay, what else do you get with your entree? What do we get with it?
Right here, we've got a garlic mashed potatoes.
Yes, that looks so good.
So we'll dump as much as we can on there, right?
That looks delicious.
And then I have our
your healthy part of it.
Yeah, exactly. Just so it looks like you're,
That is a great, that's a great entree right there.
Yeah.
And at this point, I've already had my super salad too, right?
Right, exactly.
Wow, that looks delicious.
And for our sauce, I didn't want to come up with something too complicated. And you know how soups are like a large sauce.
Yes, and they sure are.
I've got our she crab. Is our soup.
Nice, chef. Good touch.
You know, it's kind of like using stuff that's around in a different way.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
It turns out so nice.
And people love your she crab soup.
Yeah, exactly.
So why not put on it? Yeah, I love it.
And here's a little chopped parsley.
Of course, and that's always nice. I think even at home.
Oh, absolutely.
If you have it, it makes it feel fancy.
Definitely, definitely.
That looks great.
I always put a little.
Of course, yeah, a little bit of citrus.
A little bit of lemon.
And that always adds that nice little brightness. Look at that. That is gorgeous, chef. And this is one of your most popular entrees anyway, isn't it?
Absolutely.
But it's actually on your prefix menu.
Yeah, when we put that on the prefix menu at first, it sold so well that it's one of those mainstays.
That just,
one of those ones that
I
people
love when
ask
you
for
find one of those.
there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
Perfect,
I love it.
Isn't it?
Now, how long is your prefix menu going to be available?
We're open at the Rec Tuesday through Saturday. We're open from 4 till 9.
Okay.
And it's available every day.
Every
$19.99.
Wow, that is great. And it's actually 3 courses because you are going to get a super salad, this beautiful entree, and then an even more delicious dessert. And that key lime pie is really good too. Okay, and then real quick, I know we're going to start running out of time soon, but what do you have? I mean, this is this time of year. You guys are having events left and right. What are some of your events that are coming up?
Yep, just about every weekend coming up. We've got a craft beer and barbecue.
Nice.
We're going to be doing
that
ribs
sounds up
and
my
brisket.
alley.
Yeah, I might need you to actually come.
That sounds up my alley. I might have to check it out. I love it. And that's and then you have oyster roast. I know you have oyster roast.
Oyster roast is coming up. We have a haunted barbecue.
I know.
Fall fest when we'll do like almost like a outdoor fair area.
And can you check it out online, right? You can
Yep,
check it out online.
saltydog.com. You can look at our calendar of events.
And check out their new t-shirts too. I know we need to talk about that. We always save that for last. But please check them out. It's a whole new atmosphere as far as it's the fall time at the Salty Dog and down there in South Beach in Sea Pines. And a prefix menu at the Rec. And of course, all their events coming up. Thank you so much for showing us and showing us a few tips on that stuffed flounder. We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you so much, Chef, for those great tips on making stuffed flounder and the great prefix menu that you guys have available. Now we're going to switch up gears and we are going to head over to Beaufort and we're going to do some brunch items. So stay tuned with Southern Graces coming up ahead. Welcome everyone to the restaurant show, and I tell you what, I've got 2 chefs on board here. I've got a lot to learn today, and even better, it is the husband and wife team, Executive Chef Christopher and Executive Chef, can I do that co-executive chef thing? Bethany and the Hewitts, and they are from Southern Graces out in Beaufort. And we've got a lot to learn today. I feel like I have a lot to learn from you guys, so please tell us what we're having today.
All right, we're going to actually do a smoked chicken hash and feature our brunch plate. We're also going to show you our legendary almond brioche French toast.
I love it. I've already heard it's delicious.
It is pretty simple.
Now, and I know this is something different because I'm already looking at the ingredients of a hash, and I've heard that there's a story behind this and kind of how you got to where you are today.
Yes, this started at Mesa Grill.
Okay.
That's where I was the executive sous chef there for many years.
Can I brag real quick though? Mesa Grill is Bobby Flay's place, and chef worked with Bobby Flay and was one of his right-hand guys. I love it, and this is where it came about, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
we were doing it there for our brunch menu, and you know, it's still on the menu there today.
I know. So you don't have to fly to New York.
No.
So delicious.
And one of the great things about it is it's the southern. You know, when I came down here, it was a really easy transition because so many of the ingredients I was working with for all those years at Mesa were just the same as here.
Yes,
Remove some of the
absolutely.
peppers.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
a little less chili
Exactly.
powder. But it was really the
Absolutely.
same thing, and it's really worked out well.
And now, because you're using a sweet potato
Correct.
instead of the regular potato.
So what we actually are using is we steam sweet potatoes.
Okay.
We just a little tiny bit of water, and we put the roasted chicken in there.
Love that.
Smoked chicken, scallions,
And you dice that up into that
Dice that
bite-sized
up,
pieces.
that's right.
Love it.
and then we're gonna put some pimentos in here.
Oh, that looks so good
Okay.
and colorful.
We put a little. I said we got rid of some of the chilies, not all of them. Though. We had
You
to
can't
put
get rid of all of
a little chipotle.
And that's that adobo chipotle, right?
Yes,
Okay.
it's smoked
smoke
and cured
flavors.
jalapeno.
Love it.
Then we're gonna put some smoked Gouda cheese in there. If you wouldn't.
Oh, and you put
smoke
the
it in
cheese
there.
right in it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's really delicious.
And Chef Bethany, when you have this on your brunch is like one of the best things in Beaufort, I hear. I mean, I hear it's awesome.
Grown. It's a really fun day. It's a wonderful way to be able to try a lot of different
Yes,
menu items.
yes.
We present our brunch in food station style. We do
Oh.
events all the time.
Yeah.
And so we're really familiar with food stations.
There's a whole other catering side to them. So that's, again, another thing we'll have to
And
learn
so
about later. But so,
it's a really, I mean, you're able to try so many different flavors.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what's so amazing about brunch.
and that is something completely different for everyone who's used to a traditional hash. That is like steps and steps and steps above a regular hash, and the flavor
And the
profile.
flavor
things-
just
yeah.
it's so incredible.
And the color of it. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm used to hash being like brown.
This is one
You
of the
know?
things when people come to the restaurant and they try. Like I said, they come to the Sunday brunch.
Yeah.
They'll go ahead and they look at it. They're not sure about it. They
Not
take
sure.
a little bit, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But every time, because I'm standing there usually watching the carving, they'll come back and that's the
Oh,
one they're going
I mean,
for.
that looks, and it smells so good.
There's
and
a-
there's a protein in there, so your meal is
You're
like
covered.
done.
It's right
Done.
there.
Now, not so protein-like. What's your next dish?
Yes,
You know.
well, somebody has to do it.
Yes,
So we might as well go for it. Our almond brioche French toast is definitely one of our signature items.
Right.
Basically, Christopher and I have combined. I love making French toast.
Yeah.
So when he and I met, I loved making a mean French toast. Christopher was the same way. So we basically took our recipes.
So someone won. And
combined
that's what
them.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no one won. We both put our recipes together, and it very quickly became without question, the most popular breakfast and brunch item.
And this is, so you do breakfast and brunch.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
correct.
Okay, so brunch though is only on Sundays?
Only
or
on
is it-
Sundays.
Okay, and you can, oh my gosh,
And the
look
thing
at
about
that.
this is the French toast is, you know, people get all these eggs and
I just
and
taste that little piece that fell on the
cream.
side and I'm like, where is my
they
fork?
get eggs and cream and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
We just take vanilla ice cream and melt it.
Wait.
That's the batter for our
That's the
French
batter for
toast.
it.
It's
I
vanilla,
love it.
French
Yeah.
vanilla ice
Okay,
cream.
wait.
Vanilla
What?
bean
So,
ice cream.
take
You
vanilla?
melt it, and that is what you use to dip the bread in.
That
And we
is
put like
awesome.
some ginger ale and fresh lemon and some other things
Yes.
in it. But I mean, the basic part of it is that it is melted.
Which, if you
Vanilla
take
bean
those
ice cream.
ingredients
Right.
that you
that's
normally would
cinnamon, brown sugar, all those things.
Yeah,
Vanilla.
I
It's
love
ice
it.
cream.
It's really delicious.
I
And then
love
the
it.
other key is to make sure we actually take the brown sugar, melt it with butter, cinnamon, line the pan with
Which is,
that.
I heard that little bit of that crunch when you were
Yes.
pulling it up.
Right.
That it's that sugary yumminess
Yes.
right here that
Yeah,
I see.
it's what makes that people always are trying to figure out what is the deal with the syrup. Like how
Yeah.
the syrup is so good.
Right.
It's because it's not just maple syrup.
It's not just
It has
syrup.
some maple syrup in it, but it also has the brown sugar, cinnamon, butter that's melted. It makes it so
Right.
delicious.
And instead of having all that,
is
you know, they're looking
gorgeous.
for butter at times. There's no need for
Because
butter.
you already have that
It's
in the
in there.
bottom of when you are when you
Right.
place it. Now, with the brunch though, I've also heard from one of your friends that the bananas foster, which I'm like, please bring it next time. You do a bananas foster too.
Yes.
So there is so many different items on this. And lunchtime though, does that switch over to a totally different menu, or is it
Yes.
during brunch time? Is it
Brunch is only on Sundays.
okay? So during the week you have both breakfast and then you also serve lunch.
Correct.
That's correct.
And
For
we-
brunch on Sundays, that is from 11 to 2, and it's food stations. There's over 25 items that are available for Sunday brunch, and so we do omelets cooked to order on Sundays. We have our grits bar where we have our smoked Gouda grits with different toppings to build
The best
room.
eggs Benedict in the Low Country.
Reservations
Yes, so
then?
good. We
You
do.
must need reservations
Yes.
to get
Suggest
in.
them. I mean, we want people to come and enjoy.
Yeah,
but
and
that
not
is the way
feel-
to make sure that you
get
can
in.
Get in
Yes.
because it is a popular place to be on a Sunday.
I
so.
hear that it is the place to be in Beaufort on Sundays for sure, especially with something like this. So really, it's you really truly get to taste everything that you have to offer.
Oh yes.
That's correct.
I
Oh
love
yeah.
it. I love it. Okay, so definitely, you guys, check it out. I mean, like I said, you have to do reservations because it is the place to be on Sunday afternoon, and it's only 11 to 2.
That's
right.
correct.
So you have to get in there. The next time you guys come on, and I know we're running out of time now, but I want to know how you divide who does what recipe and whose recipe you use.
Oh,
this is like
that
a
should be
show in
interesting.
itself, right
Yeah.
here, right here. I love it. So guys, please join us again and check them out, Southern Graces at the Beaufort Inn, and of course their catering. You can check them out on their website too, but catering is a whole other avenue that you guys are going to delve into soon on our show, hopefully.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
maybe some new announcements coming ahead too.
That's correct.
All right. Check us back in just a little bit, guys. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much, Thank you so much, Chef Beth and Chef Chris, for sharing those secrets on your signature items. And up next, we have Chef Paul from Panini's, and he's going to show us how to make their beautiful linguine and clams. Hey everyone, welcome back to the restaurant show, and I have Chef Paul Danella from Panini's, and right there on the water.
Yep.
Great spot. It used to be the old
Bank.
Yeah, the old
Yep.
bank, absolutely. And you are gonna. This is the first time you've been on here. I'm so excited to see what you
Thank
have
you.
in store. What are you making for us today?
We're going to do some linguine and clams,
Oh, so good.
which we have every time at the restaurant on the
It's-
menu year round.
Probably one of the most popular, huh?
And we're going to use these clams right here.
Oh, those are gorgeous. Okay.
And we actually get these from Beaufort Shellfish
take
Company
one
out of
out?
Bluffton. Yeah.
Oh, Beaufort. Okay, and actually, you know what? When I saw you guys at Taste of Beaufort, you get some great seafood out there because you do a lot of local stuff, don't
Exactly.
you? Yeah.
Anytime we can.
Look at those are beautiful, and they're not opened yet
No.
because that's not good. You don't want that. All right. So what are we doing from here? How do we get this going?
We're going to get started here. We're going to cut up our tropia onions.
What is this?
A tropia onion.
Tropia onion.
Right. And these are
Love it.
actually native to Italy, but these are grown right here on Ladies Island by Wren's Nest Farm.
That's awesome. Wren's Nest Farm, and they are a produce or a farm that sells. Do they sell to the public too?
He does do the farmers markets. You
Okay.
can catch him at Port Royal on Saturdays.
Oh, that's great.
But we get deliveries 2-3 times a week.
Okay, and you really try to source out from local
As much as we
farmers.
can.
That's awesome.
We do a lot of business this time of year with tomatoes coming up. Barefoot
Yeah?
Farms
Okay.
out on St. Helena.
Wow, I mean, when you say local, we're talking 10 miles local.
Right.
Not just regional, because I know a lot of people do that, and it's, regional. We go as far as Atlanta, but you truly stay local and farm it out. I love that.
For anything we can. We're
Yeah.
actually a certified local on the menu restaurant through the state agriculture department.
Yeah, and isn't that something like a percentage of the entire everything on the menu?
25% of the menu.
That's a big deal because then you're really putting that money right back into the community, which is really, really great. It's also a big thing now across the country, I think, for a lot of restaurants to try and really go farm to table, which I think you guys are doing probably a great job of it if you're going more than 25% for sure. All right,
try.
so we've got those going.
We've got our
All right.
tortillas. We're going to mince up some
these out.
garlic here.
Okay. And you're gonna do some fresh garlic. Love it. You know, I know you're a chef. If you're cooking at home and you can't get the fresh garlic, would you do
The jar?
Yeah.
No.
I know. See, you said don't do it.
It's got that flavor to it.
Yeah.
We just don't know.
One of the other chefs that was on there goes, there's more flavor in the water that it's in than the actual garlic.
It's got
yeah.
nothing to it.
So go for just get the whole
Get the
garlic.
fresh garlic.
and
Get the
fresh
clove. And they'll
garlic.
actually last a good while in
Okay.
your kitchen.
Yeah, absolutely. And that one you just peeled and you're just dicing. So really,
Just
really
dicing it up.
simple.
Right.
Absolutely.
And we just start with this right here. Okay.
I love that.
We're going to add a little bit of our salt and pepper.
Of course, salt and pepper. I love always having a little bit of salt and pepper right next to my stove at home. Just to always be able to
Good
season.
to keep it right
just
there.
right there.
And we're going to get these right in here too. We're going to
Oh.
steam this all together to start.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And what are we steaming it with? This.
We're going to steam it first. We've got just some chopped clams and clam juice.
Okay. And we're gonna put that in. Oh, that
Okay.
looks so fresh. And this is something obviously at the restaurant you guys only do to order. It's
Right.
not like it's in a big pot
No,
sitting there.
it
you
would
know?
not. The clams would just get too overcooked.
Yeah,
We're going to use a
absolutely.
little bit of white wine.
Okay. And if you're at home, out of your glass is fine.
Make sure we got
Right,
it
Paul?
seasoned up enough here. That's right. We're going to go ahead and get this steaming. Leave the lid right on it.
And you'd flip it just like that. Now be careful if you are trying that at home. You need to put a lid on it. Don't be fancy schmancy if you don't need to be.
Okay.
All right. Now
And as soon as those get ready to start to open, we're going to get our butter ready.
Okay.
And our lemon juice ready. And we're going to finish it with that.
Okay. And the linguine, the type that you use, is just good old linguine.
Just regular old linguine.
Right.
We actually get ours from America Pasta Company.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And it's actually manufactured in Colombia.
Ah, see, again, local folks.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay. Now, if I don't have linguine at home, can I just do it with spaghetti or something? I mean, it's okay. It's
Same flavor.
right, right.
It's just the size and texture of the pasta. It helps with this kind of sauce.
Gotcha.
It picks it up a little
It
bit
picks up
better.
the sauce and it grabs it instead of using like maybe a fettuccine, which is a
Exactly.
little bit too wide. It's not, because this is really light. This is not a
heavy
cream
sauce.
fettuccine Alfredo type of thing. This is definitely.
As long as we don't add too much butter.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
But you can never have too much butter.
Yes, I was gonna say, I'm like, that's all right. But we're not putting cream in it,
No.
which makes it perfect for summer, especially sitting out on your patio. I love the patio that you guys have. Actually, that's not even a patio, that's like a deck. That's not.
It is, it's like a big porch.
Yeah, it's like sometimes I think it's bigger than your inside of your restaurant. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's huge with the bar out there, and I mean, it's a big deck.
It's good, and we can actually fit about 50 people out
I mean,
there
that's awesome.
for dinner.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And it's a great view of the water. And then, of course, like I said, the bar's out there. When we were there for Taste of Beaufort, it was awesome. Great spot to be at. And I'll have to ask you a little bit what the dinner specials and everything is going on. All right, so how long
Take a
does
look
this
at
usually
these.
take?
In the restaurant, about 3 to 4 minutes.
Oh, okay, I get it.
If you look here, she's got a good boil going. Clams
Absolutely.
are just getting ready to open. You can see this
Yeah,
guy
that
right
one's
here.
really just starting to pop open. That's the perfect, that lets you know when it's going to be done,
Right,
right?
because we don't want to steam them too long.
Okay,
So we'll probably give these maybe another minute.
Another minute,
And then
and
we're
then-
going to add our butter and our lemon juice.
okay, and that's really all it is to the
That's it.
clams linguine. But it's fresh, and that's the key.
And that's the key, and they taste great.
I love it. All right, let's do it. I know this is camera ready, but I'll be the one eating it, so I'm all right. I can do it.
And very important that our butter goes in pretty cold.
Okay.
This way it doesn't break the sauce.
Ah, and basically, that was probably half a stick, maybe at the most.
For a normal household size butter, I'd
Right.
say maybe a quarter.
Of course, so that's not too bad at all. And really, you can control that.
Right.
Okay, so now we're adding the.
Just gonna go ahead and take some cheeks off our lemon,
The cheeks.
and this will brighten it up
Ah.
like little cheeks.
Yeah. Paul's so cute. He's like little cheeks. I love it. All right, so we squeeze that in there.
And then if you use the cheeks, you don't have to worry about seeds or any of that getting
Yeah,
in there.
absolutely. And that is one thing, because if you bite into a seed, you're done.
No.
It's done. All right, so as we're starting to wrap this up a little bit, tell me real quick, what food special? I mean, you guys have great pizza, I know.
Sunday nights we do a prime rib special.
Okay, so
every
Sunday's
Sunday,
prime rib, okay.
from 5 o'clock until we close at 10.
And you don't offer that the rest of the week.
No,
so that's
just Sundays.
the only night you can get that.
Right.
Okay. And then what about your beautiful pizzas?
Monday night we do a half price pizza night.
You
Buy
can't-
one, get one half price.
Yeah, you can't beat that. That is awesome. And then you get to take some home for lunch the next day,
Right.
which my kids absolutely love that pizza. They think it's the best. All right, we got a few seconds left. Let's plate this
Finish
baby up.
this up.
Looks awesome.
All right,
Good,
add
good,
our
good.
pasta into it.
All right. And again, nice linguine is perfect for that sauce. So I can see what he's saying because it's a nice light sauce. Oh, that looks good. All right, let's plate this baby up. And, hopefully, Paul, we'll have you back soon and we'll be learning more about paninis and what great things they have to offer. And trust me, I have a lot of questions for you guys about that late night stuff. You got good entertainment, I know, that goes on, so especially on the weekends. All right, that looks fantastic.
All right, clams are opening up. We'll
They
just
really
slide it
are
right in
just
there.
opening up. Oh, that is good. And can I get a piece of bread to dip in there with the sauce too, right? Well, thank you so much, Paul. I appreciate it.
No
That
problem.
is gorgeous. And thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. We had a great time, and I hope you learned something. I know I always do from these great chefs. And thanks to Chef Britton for coming out and showing us his tips on how to make some great stuffed flounder. And of course, Southern Graces sharing us the Southern chicken hash. I love it. Sweet potatoes, key. I love it. And thanks again, Chef Paul, also for showing us the linguinis and clam and just how to open them up right. And remember, always have fun eating and learning your way through the Low Country.